everyone. I'm here with the Aquadettes. I have never seen them. I'm so excited. It's Saturday night, and I want to introduce you to Valerie Link. She's the coach, and I'd like to know what's going on and what's for the show tonight, and fill me in a little bit.
Our third night. We're pretty excited.
Okay.
It's kind of nice the third night because we're more relaxed. We've done it a couple times. I think we've got the goofs out maybe. Well, maybe
Polished, right?
A little more maybe. It's exciting. The girls are having a lot of fun, and they've been doing great. Just great. We have a lot of newbies, and but a couple that are their second year, and one that's brand new. And it's just been great. It's been wonderful. They've just poured their hearts into this practice all year, and it's paid off. They're doing incredible. So
That's
I'm really
great.
proud of them. Really proud of them.
How long do you practice then? How many days a week, or like how many hours do you practice?
We practice twice a week in the beginning of the year, and then we go to 3 times a week starting in March. And we practice our show things. We do deck work, which is what we do in the water, we do on land. And so we go to 3 times a week. So we do deck work for about an hour and a half, and then we're in the water for an hour. So it takes a lot of time and a lot of commitment, a lot of dedication.
Right.
And,
So it's a long process.
It is. It is.
Ah,
It takes a year to get this ready.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, how many people are in the Aquadettes, and then how long have they been with the Aquadettes? You said one is fairly new, but about how long has each person been here?
We actually have about 30 or more people in the Aquadettes. They're in the auxiliary, a lot of them, because they can no longer do shows, either because they're very old now and unable to do it anymore or swim in the shows, but a lot of people are just not doing shows anymore. They still do the stunts in the water. They'll do laps and they'll do stunts because they never want to forget them. And but they don't do shows anymore, some of them. Or some of them take a break from a show once in a while and then they come back and do a show. Things like that.
So they're retired, but they're still
Some are
participating.
retired. Yeah,
Okay.
and some are not retired. They just skipped a year.
So let's find out who the Aquadettes are, and Valerie's going to introduce her squad right now.
Great. Okay, we have Marilyn over here, Marilyn Thorpe.
Hi, Marilyn.
And she's been with us since the 80s as an advisor for the Aquadettes. And she has quite a background. Tell them about yourself.
I've been involved with synchronized swimming probably for 55 years.
Really?
And it's taken its different turns, sometimes, instructing and sometimes assistant coaching. And actually that's what drew me to the Aquadettes 5 years ago, to be a part of the team as well as do a little assistant coaching. So it's been fun. It's been a great time as I age up. And synchronized swimming has been a good part of my life. I like to call it aquatic art also for us.
Next, I'd like to introduce Margaret Marflit. She's been with us now for 19 years, swimming all these years. So, Margaret, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm
about
Margaret Marflit. I picked up synchronized swimming when I retired to Florida. I learned some of it there. And when I knew that there was a team in here, this made us buy in here. This was one of the reasons, the main reason why I came into Laguna Woods. Yeah. And I've been at it all this time. Thoroughly enjoy it. And it keeps me healthy and in shape. And I'm very happy.
Okay, now I'll go from the longest to the shortest, the newest Aquadette, Miss Penny Fleming.
Hi!
Penny's been with us for now just about almost a year.
I
And,
think.
this is her
Yeah,
first
it
show.
was right. Yeah, it was my first show.
Very exciting.
In the newspaper, I saw one little square, and it said something about synchronized swimming. And because of my age, there's not a lot of places, and I got to go synchronized swim. So when I came to the show last year, I was the first one to stand right at the end and say, I'm really want to do this. And I was there, I believe, the next Monday, and it's been pretty special. I work full time, and it was really difficult to get here like today. And I saw the costumes, and then I got to know each individual, and they've all become so special that it fills me up with such joy to be doing something in the pool that we all have to separate ourselves and do on our own, but we also have created these friendships that I believe they're going to last quite long. But these costumes, have you seen them? They're amazing. Have you seen the show?
No, it's my first time. I'm so
It is?
excited. Yeah.
Oh gosh. It's because of Valerie and the girls is because we have these costumes. Nobody else has anything like it. I was talking to the girls, I said, "Do you guys have costumes?" There was another synchronized swimming group, and they said, "Not like yours." and so it's
fantastic.
Yeah, and the routines are hard. The routines are easy. They're long. They're short. But when it's so great, when I mess up, you can see her eye going. And I just kind of it's really special. I hope that someday we get to have a very large group of synchronized swimming. It'd be really fun. I think it'd be really hectic, but right now I'm a little spoiled.
You have a good coach, though, right?
Yeah. And the girls. I mean, how special that I've gotten to. They've touched my heart. So yes, I am the newest, and I have all kinds of ideas and fun things, and if I could just be a mermaid in the water, I'd be perfectly content.
That's fantastic.
Okay, I'd like to introduce Miss Diane Young. This is her second year in the Aqueducts. It's going to be her second show.
Yeah, my name's Diane Young, and I have been here 3 years. The first show I saw was in 2014, and I thought, I want to do that. I grew up in the ocean swimming, and I found pools very boring, but this is anything but boring. The stunts, the working and synchronization with your team members is a real challenge, and it is never boring and always exciting and changing. So I consider it dancing in water. I love to dance, and so this is another way to do it without gravity, which feels good. I love the girls. I love our coach. It's very special having this opportunity in Laguna Woods. I don't think there is such a thing anywhere else. So I'm very happy that I live here.
Now you're going to meet Sydney Steffen. This is also her second show.
Hello, I'm Sydney Steffen, and I've been in Aqueduct this will be my third year. This is my second show, and it's a lot of fun, a lot of exercise, great friends, great costumes, wonderful coach. What more can I say?
Last but not least, especially, is Nancy Baldwin, and this is also her second show.
Hi, I'm Nancy Baldwin. I was an elementary teacher, and now that I'm retired, I found this Aqueducts, and I absolutely love it. It's so much fun, and the friendships that we have. I had a daughter who passed away 2 years ago, and these friends have been my great sisters, and so we really bond. We like each other, and we just love performing together and learning stunts and swimming together.
Since I've never seen this, what's going to happen tonight?
Well, you're going to see a lot of swimming to music. There's a duet here, there's a solo, there's numbers with 6 girls and 7 girls, a lot of different music, not all the same. And the MC is funny, and he's an illusionist, so he keeps you entertained. We have a really special guest violinist, and he's great. So it's really different. It keeps moving, so it's not boring at all. So I think you'll really love it.
Good.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling this is going to be beautiful and exciting and creative too. I like what one of your people then described as art.
Yeah,
That's great.
the Aquadance isn't just about the show. We're really about getting women off the couch, being with other women, having camaraderie, the love of friendships, and to challenge your body and your mind, the memory especially, so that doesn't go to pot. It's a lot of things, but it's especially about the camaraderie and the love and the teamwork and the dedication and you feel valuable when you have jobs to do, and it's rewarding when you think you can't do something and you do it, and you say I could never do that, and you do. It's amazing. So it's really self-rewarding as well.
It sounds like you have a very tight-knit group. It sounds like everyone is really involved with each other, and it really is tight,
Yeah.
which is nice.
It's really tight, yeah. Yeah. But we always love to have new people, and they just seem to fit in. It's just, it just works.
What could someone do if they did want to participate and join or try it out? What could they do?
Well, there's a number in the program tonight. There's a number they can call, and they can come and try out. All they have to be able to do is just basically know how to swim. And kind of do a somersault in the water. And it's nice if you can count to 8. That helps a lot.
Okay, that's a good tip.
It's a really good tip.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm very excited to see this
I'm
tonight. And I
glad.
brought a friend of mine too. She's never seen it either. I mean, she's lived here 17 years, so we both are very,
goodness.
very, just energetic about being here. And thank you so much. It's really nice.
My
meeting you.
pleasure. My pleasure. Absolutely.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Charlie Redner, and he's an aqua dude. And I don't know what an aqua dude is.
I am an aqua dude. An aqua dude is a person that's affiliated with one of the swimmers. It can be a husband, it can be a significant other, or it can be just a friend. And they come and they help out, especially during showtime. During showtime, there's so much to do backstage. This is a water ballet. Imagine you had a show tune on stage. You take that and put it in the water. It's so much more difficult. So you need lots of help back there. We have sound technicians. They're doing sound checks at this very moment. We have photographers, video photographers, still photographers. We have the press coming in. You have to arrange for the press. So aqua dudes, and of course muscle. They need things moved around backstage. So
Exactly.
that's what we do. And me personally, I work with them all year. And I play the music for the rehearsals, when they go in the water and they just do the new routines for the first time. And I videotape them. And then we send them off to Valerie, and Valerie then sends them to all the swimmers so they can evaluate their performance on that given number. So much goes into the show. It's a year-round project, and I love doing it. So I'm a very happy aqua dude.
Gee, and how many aqua dudes are there?
There are at least 6 of us.
Okay.
And
So you're a team then?
We are a team,
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
Okay. And do all of you then have different functions, pretty much?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right now, you may have seen Brad in there by the video. He's the guy that's helping set up the audio tonight. Another guy might be responsible for carrying out all the programs and making sure all that the comics or the clowns have their programs to hand out for the night. And I check the cash box at the end of the night.
And then you've been here about 3 years, and how about the others?
They've all been, I guess, I don't think any of them predate me, but there has been aqua dudes as long as the 50 years has been here. They've been helping out the girls with the show, especially the husbands and the significant others.
And 50 years.
Well,
Is that
I've only
right?
been doing it for 3, but they've been doing
They
it for 50.
have?
Yes.
Oh, that's impressive.
I think 14 years for our 85-year-old eldest swimmer, so that goes back 15, but the whole show started, in 65, something like that?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, we pumped your lifeguards got together and decided they were going to swim, and then they did some music and did some routines, and next thing you know, you had an annual Folly show.
Interesting.
That's
How has
how-
that evolved, too?
That's
Yeah.
how it all evolved, with
Okay.
a bunch of swimmers getting together, and then they formed a club, the Aquadettes, and then people, and really what we really need right now, this is recruiting time. Right after the show, we need new swimmers for next season. They see the show, they get excited, and they come out, and it's not as hard as it is. I've been in the water with them. I can do a few little stunts, but there are other attributes I don't have, so I can't swim with them.
Now, Valerie said that you have to do a somersault and count to 8, and you're in.
I can do that.
Okay? That's what she said, so...
I have a little
everybody
trouble
come
with the
on
8
down.
now and then, but the rest of the stuff is okay.
Jeez.
But when she said count to 8, she meant keep the beat too. So you should be able to count music. It really helps if anyone's had a little piano or any instrument background. That helps if you worked with some musicians. But and it's fun. I think the girls have a good. I videotape them all the time, and it's giggles galore. I mean, I just love the videotape. These girls get together and have such a good time. Even the sewing circle, they're so, and there's costumes, and they sewed 180 pieces or something. And they get together on a Wednesday night, and they just sew, and they have a good time, and they laugh and giggle, and they really like each other. That's a really good team.
So a lot goes into this. They have costumes, and I hear there's a violinist tonight. I see clowns
yeah.
too, and so there's a lot going on.
It's like a Broadway production, and we do it, once a year for 3 days, and there's so much work that goes into it. People don't realize, and Valerie does so much of it. She's a costume designer. She's a choreographer. I'm choreographing. I'm going to do a show next year.
You are? Okay.
I'm hoping. I talked to Valerie about it because I know all the steps and moves and things that they do. And I selected a piece of music from Van Morrison. She says that's not countable, so I have to select a new piece of music.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to have something that that she might approve next year.
So you're already planning then on the
am.
next show.
I am
That's
planning the next
fantastic.
show.
Now, that's enthusiasm.
I love my job. I tell you, it keeps me young and alert and alive, and I love being with the girls. I'm so fortunate.
So we have Aquadettes and we have Aqua Dudes. So anybody then can really try out them for swimming, and then if they're related or
They
a
don't even-
friend or
Sure.
spouse, then they can actually.
You
come
don't
down
even
and
have to
support
be.
the
If
team,
you're
too.
a guy that wants to sign up to help with the video or the audio or any aspect of the show, particularly at showtime, come on out and call us. I mean, Valerie's phone number is all over the place. It's right
good.
here,
Okay, here we go.
949-246-6593. See, follow the bouncing finger.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. This was
I
great.
enjoyed it.
Really
Thank
enjoyed
you.
it. Thank
You're a delight. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. I can't wait for the show. So.
Oh, you're going to knock your socks
I
off.
bet it will. It
Yes,
sounds like
will.
it.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's a moving show this year. The numbers in there, Smile, and the theme from La La Land, and then they do another number the planetarium is from La La Land, and then Lift Me Up. I mean, it's a great show.
Fantastic. Great. Well, thank you, and I can't wait. So get the show on the road.
Let's go. It's
Okay.
about to start.
Okay, people are starting to come. So thank you. This is Jim. He's the videographer, and he's been filming us for 3 days. So he's going to tell us then, what have you seen with your filming?
Well, I've seen a lot of lovely ladies work beautifully in the water, and every night it seems to get smoother and more elegant, and it's very mesmerizing to see them move so well in the water. And from my point of view, I'm glad I'm doing this. It's fun for me.
How long have you been doing this?
Oh, for a couple of years, different projects if you'll notice the back of my shirt, Laguna Woods Video Club.
Nice. Oh, the video
little
club.
commercial for the video
Okay,
club.
great. Good, I'm a member.
Yeah, so I'm the #1 cameraman. There's our #2 cameraman down there.
Okay.
So we're trying to cover with all of the best angles so that we can go into post-production and get the best output.
I'm excited to introduce you to Nancy Baldwin, and her friend is here, and it's Mary Ellen Sire. And you want to tell us a little bit about your friend, too?
Oh, this is my friend, Mary Ellen Sire, and we taught in elementary school together, and she was our reading specialist and then our school psychologist. She has been coming here to the Aquadette show every show for 14 years.
And,
Ask her what that's been like.
and what has that been like coming then for 14 straight years to see your friend?
Well, it's been wonderful because I've been able to have my friends come and actually show off my home in Laguna Woods and all the different activities that we have here. And one of them was Marie Gahuli, who was a swimming teacher in New York City. And different people that have different types of careers, and they all love it. And what I'm so amazed about is Valerie, the leader, the way that she's able to listen to music, and she can transform what she hears in music to the movement of the synchronized swimming. So that affects the people emotionally. And it's really very, very, makes you very happy, makes you feel really good inside.
And did I pardon me, hear you correctly earlier, too, that you've been to every single show in 14 years?
Yes.
Every single one?
Right. Yeah. When I moved here, my grandchildren were 7 and 9 years old, so I used to bring them. And then, of course, Mom and Dad when they could. And then I would invite different friends. And then, of course, I would talk with Nancy because she was a swimmer, because she lived in Anaheim and she used to swim in the ocean, which I was really impressed with. And so it's just been a wonderful connection. Now, this is the third night that they've performed this week. So the first night I brought two friends that actually are friends from my church here in Laguna Woods. And then last night, friends that Nancy and I have worked with, and again tonight, friends that Nancy and I have worked with.
That's wonderful. Such a loyal
Yeah.
friend. That's
Yeah.
great. And you swim in the ocean. That's hard swimming. That's not easy. How long did you do that?
As a kid, yeah, going to the beach. Grew up in Redondo Beach, so we
You're a
went to the
strong
beach.
swimmer then. Yeah, it takes strength. That's great.
Ask her how has it evolved over the last 14 years?
You know what? How have you seen this evolve over the last 14 years since you've really been a consistent viewer?
Well, when I first came here, what I remember, I really can't give you exact numbers, but the whole pool was actually filled up with swimmers because many of the people that are retiring now, that are up in their late 80s and 90s, they were, of course, a lot younger. And then the new people coming in are so happy with so many different activities. And see the swimmers prepare their own costumes and sew them, sew the different outfits that they have, and they meet socially. And I understand it that they practice up on the pool and on the outside of the pool to actually perfect the movement before they get in the water. And
Go ahead.
and so now we have fewer people because they're, they want to spread their resources and not just be devoted to swimming like they were before.
Of course, now I've never been, and I was a swimmer. I love to swim, and so maybe there are people out in the audience too who did used to like to swim and would like to get involved. And so this might be something really, really nice that I hope seeing this program, maybe they'll be enthused to join in and maybe become part of the Aquadettes.
We want more swimmers. We are begging for more people to come out and join the Aquadettes.
Okay.
Please help us.
And it's great exercise.
Yes.
You don't have the resistance. So you're not going to hurt yourself.
Yes.
So, right, it's one of the best exercises.
It is.
I want to introduce you to Tina Baldwin. And I wanted to ask you, how long have you lived in the village here?
Well, I don't live here, but my mother is in the show.
Okay. And your mom's name?
She is Nancy Baldwin.
Okay. Great. How long has she been doing this?
This is her second year performing in the show.
Okay. Now, you said you're a stuffer. What does that mean?
We help stuff the back fat into the swimsuit. We do a lot more than that. We help with get the tassels down. I like to open the door for the gals and whatever they need. Bring the letters of the Aquadettes out that light up before and after the show. All that good stuff.
Fantastic. That's great. How long have you been doing this?
I did it last year and I'm doing it again this year. I also helped volunteer when my mom was a teacher. I used to help her set up the beginning and the end of the school year as a second grade teacher, so I love helping.
You're a wonderful daughter. You really are. And what have you noticed with the changes the last couple of years that she's been here and that you participated? What have you noticed?
It's been great. I love the costumes and the songs, and I feel like the stage setting, the lighting and things are improving this year, that they're stepping it up a bit. But it was excellent last year too.
Great. Well, I'm looking forward to it this year because I've never seen it. So it's going to be very exciting for me. So.
Yeah, and I love the clowns too. Clowns are awesome.
Good. Anything else you want to tell us too about your behind the scenes work?
All the ladies are great. They all have great camaraderie. They're all friends and they're all individuals and they all add something and they're just lovely. I loved having dinner with them before the show when we went out, and they just have great camaraderie.
This is my friend Dee Dee, my friend, and she's actually my caregiver too. She's been a good friend of mine and taken care of me for probably I think about 7 or 8 years now. She's important to me and she's incredible and I love her to death. So she's been with me through these kind of shows for a while now. So.
Many years, and I feel like I'm part of it behind the scenes. I am actually, because I help with the costumes and the fittings, and well, not the fittings themselves, but the costumes and mending and sewing and cutting, and but I get to hang out with my little friend, who I love dearly, and I've enjoyed all the time. We spend so much time together. I actually went to one of their sewing groups last week or 2 weeks ago so I could meet the girls that go with the suits that we're organizing and fixing, and
She sees all the
They're just
names
a
on the
bunch of
suits.
sweet
and now
gals.
She sees all the names on the suits, and now she knows the faces behind the names.
One of the gals said, "Oh, you know us by size?" And I said, "Kind of, but not really."
Do you mind if I have her talk about like her whole? Because we talked about the last time we filmed as far as
Sure.
So, tell us, like, explain exactly how she helps you.
You know, she's been with me for a long time. I have some health issues, just like everybody does. All the Aquadettes, you know, put up with problems. Everybody has physical problems at this age. I have a lot of broken bones, scoliosis, just like a lot of people do. And ulcerative colitis, which is gone now. I got my colon out. You know,
I was there for her.
Things.
She was on deathbed many, many times.
Yeah.
Blood transfusions, and 3 in the morning I'm going to the pharmacy for her. This was, thank God, a few years ago, but we've been through a lot together. I learned a lot about medical conditions.
But she's rode some pretty tough waves with me.
And vice versa. She's been there for me on many occasions. Not supposed to do that when you're a caregiver. You're not supposed to get emotionally involved, but it's like, I am just that kind of person. And how can you not with this girl? She inspires me. It's crazy, this girl does.
Thanks, Steve.
Nice.
Yeah.
What did you think of the show?
It was excellent. Very, very good. And one of my friends is in the Aquadettes, Margaret, and she drives me up to Scottish dancing on a Tuesday night up at the offices.
Wow.
Yes.
What did you think of the show?
It was fabulous as usual. The ladies did a fabulous job. When you consider the size of the cast, I think they made it very interesting. Beautiful choreography. Crowd loved it. What more could you ask for?
What did you think of the show?
Oh, it was great. It was fantastic. It was beautiful. It was elegant, graceful. Music was wonderful, and the costume was fantastic. So it was a lot of fun. Did a great job. They really did. Yeah.
Worth it.
Definitely. Yeah. It's a great show. Really nice. Good music, too. And good entertainment. Overall, great evening. Really a fantastic evening. A lot of fun.